Good morning, English 1301. I am Professor Millender, and today we are preparing for the reading process. The reading process. So you're going to follow me in my kitchen, the world's tiniest kitchen. You're going to follow me as I take care of a couple things, and I'm going to talk to you about the reading process and what the expectations are for this week. Reading. Reading is probably the most important thing. So the reading process, we have that chapter 1. That one is talking about pause, which is pre-reading, annotating, understanding, S. I keep thinking that S means synthesize, but in actuality it's summary, which is so important. Summary is so super important, and I usually do a whole section on it, which we will do a small section on it. But being able to adequately summarize is also being able to synthesize. Okay, so that's important. They are kind of similar, but not at all. But it's the ability to do one and then do the other. Next is E, evaluating. So evaluating is really evaluating your understanding, whether you want to use something, whether something makes sense or not. And yeah, it's important too. So I don't know if anything I just said was explanatory, but that's what's key right now because you're in DIRW, English 1301. So developmental integrated reading and writing, plus first year composition, which is 1301. And so you have to jump over leaps to be able to do what's in 1301. Everyone in DIRW 1301 did not quite meet what they needed to just be in 1301. So there are things for each one of you that we have to work on. And because this is an online class, I can't work with you individually, but I can be here for you. So one of the things I need y'all to know above all else is read. Read, 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 read. I am so particular about instructions because I do my very best to make sure you understand them. And I send announcements every week. I'm going to send announcements. Every time there's anything, I'm going to send an announcement. I will even do video announcements because somehow or another that's easier for me. So right now, I said, let me talk to them about pause. And I want you to use pause in everything. I know that the book is an online book. I get that. You can annotate in the book. It allows you to do that. You can also take notes on the side. I need you to do what you need to do to be able to get the information that I'm trying to share with you, because I want you all to go on and not just be a good student, a good writer. It's not always about school, it's about life. I need you to be able to evaluate what you got from something. That is so key. So that's part of pause, right? Pre-read. My Dr. Ceballos, when I was a grad student, this was second year of grad school. I have gone through all of these classes. I am dying, but because I'm a single mom, I'm working like 2-3 jobs, literally teaching, and they were killing us. So in grad school, in undergrad, they give you a chapter a week to read, or maybe a section of that to read. In grad school, they give you the book. You read that book, and then you write a paper, an essay, evaluation of it, a reflection on it. Then you talk about it, and then you write a bigger paper. So as a full-time grad student working multiple jobs, having teenagers and a cutie, an adolescent, I was dying. And Dr. Ceballos said the most magical thing. I had never heard this nonsense before. Never. She said, I know y'all not reading everything. I know y'all just skimming it, right? You couldn't possibly be reading all of this. You have to be skimming it. That was so crazy. All of a sudden, my world changed. My world absolutely changed. And for you all, I need you also to be able to do that. You may not be able to initially do it correctly, but you can do it. So pre-reading does give you that. It gives you the annotation. It gives you what the what each section is talking about, right? Because you'll have subtitles and all of that. What's important? It's going to give you key terms. Pre-reading is where you make the decisions on what you actually need from something. It is how you determine what you actually need from something. So that's what chapter 1, pause. I want you to pre-read. I want you to annotate what you think is important, or what I've indicated might be important, or what you learned from me. Right now, you are literally just reading and getting a glimpse of what it's talking about. I promise you, the quizzes I'll give you are not intensive or anything like that. It's about reading comprehension. It's also about understanding, because what actually was said. And so that's why these things are so important. And this might seem like the most wasted video lecture, but the short stories that we are going to read in here, you have to understand them. You have to learn about the author. You learn so much about who wrote something based on who the author is, okay? So we're going to read a short story this week, or throughout this unit. We're going to read a short story called On Discovery, and that one is written differently. And when you go ahead and do just the most basic, look at the title of it. Look at the title of it, On Discovery. Oh, what does that mean? The author, Maxine Hong Kingston. Okay, what could that imply? The year, if it provides the year. You know, what is it that you can gather just from those things? That's pre-reading. And that helps you get some context. That helps you build context onto what it is you're about to go into. And so this is so important for me. The reading portion hits me so much stronger than the writing portion, because writing is gonna come. If you allow it, writing is gonna come. Reading, so many people don't like to read. So many people don't like to read, but reading is where you open the world. That's where you build your vocabulary. That's where all the magic happens. And then writing is being able to replay it or whatever. So in this course, I want you to be like water. I want you to be like water. I want you to flow. Whatever we're reading is going to go into what we're writing about. Whatever we're reading is going to go into what we're writing about. I want you to flow. I want you to understand what we're reading. I want you to pre-read it. I want you to annotate. I want you to understand. Pre-reading helps you understand. I want you to synthesize, but summarize. Because if you have understood it, then you can summarize it. Summary writing is so super intensely important in writing. And then evaluate. What about this text? What about this? Why did the author do it? What can I carry on any information? Can I share this? Was this so intensive to me that I want to share it? Sometimes it's like that. There's a story that I think we're going to read. I read it maybe every other semester. And it's called The Carnival. Oh my goodness. When I read it as an undergrad, and when I read it, my professor had us read it. I was so thrown off by the story that I had to go home and read it to my kids. And I remember sitting there reading, and my husband going from upstairs, okay, that's enough of that. Stop reading that, because it was a dystopian society. And y'all will read it. I'll give it to y'all to read. But it was quite different and quite it was different. It was different. But if you read anything dystopian, you know dystopian's whole point is being the opposite of utopian, right? It's building a perfect society. It's trying to dystopian. What's that word? Oh, I can't think of the word, but utopia is it's perfect. So if y'all seen A Bug's Life, you know they were looking for their utopia, right? So dystopian literature, dystopian things are trying to build that perfect, but it is not. It is It's a word I'm looking for when it talks about like our families, how our families are this something. My brain, it freezes. So anyway, so this was your lecture about that, why important, what the importance is of the first chapter. Now, the second chapter that we're reading is text analysis, analyzing a text. It's going deeper into some things. It's going in deeper into breaking down what you're reading and really understanding what it is about. Okay. And the final one is text analysis, literary analysis. Literary analysis. And so that one is when we start to pull out, we're starting to pull out the literary devices. Is there imagery? How does the imagery affect you? Is there hyperbole, gross exaggerations? Or what's the tone, the mood? So this is something key I talk about a lot during writing classes. Tone, the author's tone, the speaker's tone, the writer's tone. You as a parent, you as a student, you as a child, you as a whoever, your tone, the speaker's tone sets the audience's mood. And so what was the tone the writer used? What were they trying to get you? What type of mood were they trying to get you into? Were they trying to get you to join their beliefs? Were they trying to get you angry? Were they trying to get you riled up? Were they trying to get you hostile? Think about speech writers. They are set to do, when you're writing a speech, it's something you're saying. And I'm not talking about a thank you. Okay, no. We've got lots of speeches going on. We've got things going, there's stuff going on in the country right now, right? So what kind of mood are the speakers putting you in? Are they upsetting you? Did they mean to upset you? Are they calming you down? Did they mean to calm you down? Are they pushing the boundaries of what's right or wrong? I don't know. So, but that's this thing. It's called the rhetorical triangle. And so I'm trying to block the light. The rhetorical triangle is the speaker, the message is over here in the corner. Here's the message, and then the audience. So the speaker speaks, right? And then they're trying to convey a message. So the message says, I want to get you hot, fired up. I want to make you mad, right? So then the audience, if the audience is sitting there laughing, here they are. Did the speaker do his job? Is the message incorrect? The message is the tone it was delivered in, the words that were used. And then here's the audience trying to figure out. So a lot of times your instructions should always be clear. If you don't understand the instructions, then you have to reach out to me. But I want you to understand all that I just gave you, right? How important it is to read whatever it is going on, and how important it is to pull the context from it, to get pieces of it, and then finally to analyze it to see why the author was able to use these different things. And the author is always your speaker, and there's always the rhetorical triangle: speaker, message, audience. Okay, they go hand in hand, every single thing. Think about you as a this evil light. So don't look at the house, it's crazy. Okay, and I do have a couple cats. I have 2.5 cats, because one is my grand cat. Anyway, the rhetorical triangle is super duper important. What was I just sitting there telling you? I need you to get the message. I need you to understand. We're going to take a minute and I'm going to figure this out. Rhetorical triangle, value of it, short stories. You need to read them to understand them. Rhetorical triangle. Y'all, it all goes hand in hand. I literally don't remember what I was about to say, but it all goes hand in hand. One, you can't have one without the other, and I need y'all to be able to move like water. Move like water, okay? Just flow with it. Flow with it. Think about what you're saying. I know what it was. As a parent, I have grown agers, okay? I have a 30-year-old, I have a 29-year-old and I have a 24-year-old. There are things that I say to them. Each one responds differently, right? There are things they say to me and I may respond differently. For example, my 30-year-old is using my car this morning to go to work. He just told me it's been a year since he totaled his car. What? If you don't get another car, cause get off mine. But he called me this morning on his way to Red Oak, and he just takes Malloy Bridge Road, which turns into like 9 whatever, but it's just like 20 something miles, 26 miles or something, but he takes that all the way to like the Google building in Red Oak. So anyway, he called me. He had been gone for maybe 20 minutes, and then he called me, and I'm like, oh my God, as soon as I answered the phone, I don't have time for this morning. Do not. And he was like, Mom, calm down. Everything's okay. I just want to tell you about, apparently this cow, it's chunks of cow all over the road. They tore this cow up. So he's telling me this, and he's sharing with me what he thought was some interesting news, because I do. I'm really weird. I look at roadkill and I want to feel sad for everything. But he had to tell me to calm down because he has called me, I want to say 3 times, and they've all been in the middle of the night, and they've all been crazy, and they've all been dealing with a car accident. And so when he calls me at some strange time, you just left here with my car. You just left here. What he did not do was give me a great tone. He hadn't really said anything. I started talking before him, right? So I became the speaker versus him, and the speaker's tone set the reader's mood. My tone was immediately anxious, worried, stressed, right? The message, after time, he learned it. He knows the message. He knows if he calls me at some weird time. This particular time, I just didn't give him time to speak first, so I became the speaker. And so my message was clear that oh my goodness, you know what, I'm wrought and everything. And so he was like, calm down, Mom, calm down. Nothing's wrong. I just wanted to tell you something. And I was like, so do you understand what I mean? Rhetorical triangle. Everything we do is rhetorical triangle. Everything. Speaker, message, audience. Instead of him being the speaker, I became the speaker. Our roles transferred. So I know I might have given you a bit much to think about, but I just want to make sure you understand. This is a 20-minute lecture. It shouldn't have been 20 minutes, but I really want to make sure you get what I was trying to put down in those chapters and why those chapters are so important to read. Please understand, today you will get this video lecture. You are going to get the simplicity of the assignments that I said in the announcement, and sometimes you will have video announcements. You will get the simplicity of everything. We have readings, you have chapter, what I want you to do with it. I already explained it in the announcement, but I just give it back to you again. I have created a little document for you. It's going to force copy. It's Google, so make sure you always sign into your Google, whatever Google you're utilizing with your classes. Sign into your Google. It's going to force you to make a copy. And when you make that copy, you can submit the link to where it says submit the assignment. I will let you know whenever something has to be made a PDF. Okay, your essays are always submitted via PDF. Okay. But you're going to have that. So you're going to have a quiz. I don't know if it's 1 or 3. I literally don't know. But they're just points, okay? It might be just 1 quiz. I don't know. Because that's the only thing I haven't done for you is a quiz. So when I go sit down over there, after I fold the clothes that I was going to do right here in my kitchen, because my dining room table is being taken over, I'll do your quiz. But you have the reading, the 3 chapter readings. You have the summaries that I want you to write. And then it's all on one document. Okay, so you just add in each one and it's already set for you. So just start typing and it should grow. The box that it's in should grow for each one. Okay, there is no limit but I want you to understand how important synthesis and summary writing is. So I don't want y'all. I wrote one paragraph because I need for you. This is the timeline. This is the timeline where you learn that summary is not rewriting an entire story. Okay. Summary, short, sweet, gets the point across. I gave you 3 different childlike examples, but they help. Some fit with different things. Okay. You choose the best one that works for you in this particular summary that you have to write. Okay. But anyway, you're going to do that, and then you're going to read on discovery. You're going to read on discovery, and I'm going to have you break down some things with on discovery. Okay. But basically, it seems I think your discussion posting is going to be on discovery because I don't want to do it on anything else. I don't like willy-nilly wasted time, even though I just did this 21-minute thingy. I don't like wasted work. Everything you do needs to serve a purpose, and so therefore, the discussion posting you all will do will actually be on discovery. Okay? All right, so hopefully this helps. Hopefully you know today is Wednesday, so today is when you're going to get all of your assignment thingies are going to show up, and then you have until Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. to get them all submitted, get it completed and submitted. Okay? So, all right, you all have a great, wonderful rest of your week or rest of your unit. I look forward to sending out the next announcement or email. Oh, also, email me from your school account. All of you, you're in this class, set up your Dallas College email address. You have so many wonderful things that you get with your Dallas College accounts. You pay your tuition for all of these things. I want you to utilize them. Please utilize them. Okay? All right. Go be great. You got this.